U.S. issues $2 billion fine to DJI. DJI refused to pay. Russian media said that the hegemony does not work anymore. Since the rise of China's technological power, every time the United States sees a potential Chinese company, is like seeing an enemy. Either they use unreasonable methods to suppress Chinese companies like crazy, or use hegemonic methods to threaten to find Chinese companies. Because the US thinks every rising China is an important force to shake its hegemony, I believe that in recent years, everyone should have heard of DJI's name, right? This is a domestic drone company, like Huawei, with real strength, defeated the developed countries of the United States and Europe. Therefore, its name has been heard all over the world. However, just some time ago, the United States inexplicably issued a fine of up to 2 billion yuan to DJI, a fine of up to 2 billion yuan. Facing the hegemonic behavior of the United States, DJI resisted with a strong attitude and refused to pay the fine. In response, the Russian media attacked the US, claiming that hegemony does not work for DJI. So what is going on? Why was DJI fined by the US for no reason at all? Let's take a look. DJI drone company, known by the Chinese as the second Huawei, but I don't think so. Even though Huawei and DJI drones both have strong strength, they are also the light of China, but DJI drones in the world occupies a market share of, reached a full 80% of the global. In other words, more than 80% of the world's drone consumers are buying DJI's drones. This has reached the power of monopolizing the market. Maybe that's why DJI drones are targeted by the United States. As we all know, the United States has a list of entities that scare companies around the world. Many powerful companies have suffered from this list due to the strength of the US in the supply chain. Once a company is added to the list of entities, like Huawei, the supply of chips will be cut off. Semiconductor components will also be cut off, but DJI drones are not afraid, because DJI, since its establishment, DJI has never relied on the advanced technology of foreign drones. Instead, it insists on independent research and development to produce the drones belonging to the Chinese people. So in the final analysis, DJI drones, from technology patents to the entire industrial chain, is not mixed with American technology or American components. However, this time, United States for infringement of US drone patents, DJI was fined 2 billion yuan. This makes DJI very speechless. After all, it is the best in the industry. U.S. drone company. It's good if they don't infringe on their own patents. The US is self-serving that DJI has infringed on the US patent. Therefore, for this infringement designation, DJI will never give in, because even if the US adds DJI drones into the list of entities, DJI will not be easily affected. However, according to the Russian media, the infringing patents claimed by the United States are flight control system technology and drone hovering technology. But if we look at the whole drone industry, only DJI drone has these two technologies, so how can they be infringed? Besides, these two technologies are also the core patented technologies of DJI drones. The US is probably used to being domineering every day, taking other people's technology, habitually claim it as their own technology, right? Having said that, this time DJI may really have to fight hard with it to the end. DJI will see even if they do not pay the fine. How long can the United States sanction itself? In the US market, DJI drones account for at least 80% of the market. Sanctioning DJI means that Americans will no longer be able to, can no longer buy DJI drones. If DJI loses the US market, it still has the Chinese and European markets, but without DJI, Americans have no choice. It is understood that the United States has already blacked out at least 650 Chinese companies. This shows that the United States sanctions Chinese companies have become commonplace, but the United States really should not mess with DJI. After all, DJI's hands is full of its own core technology patents. The United States is absolutely thunderbolt. I hope that the United States can realize its mistake sooner, withdraw the fine on DJI. This will not cause a lose-lose situation.